Assalamu alaikum students of class 6. I hope you are having great time. For the subject of history and geography, we'll start our lecture with chapter number 1, Human Rights. In the previous lectures, as we were learning about the history of human rights, today we'll continue the discussion with the efforts of North Americans and the people of France. And finally, Archives and his sister Fatima Jinnah's participation for human rights. In 1776 AD, the people of North America demanded independence from Great Britain, declaring, "We hold these truths to be self evident that all men are created equal, no one is superior, and then that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." These unalienable rights are the rights which cannot be given away or taken away by anyone, like the right to freedom from cruel and unusual punishment, the right to privacy, the right to education, etc. After the struggle of North Americans, 13 years later, the people of France also revolted against their king. Until the beginning of 20th century, women could not cast votes in elections. Many of them demanded the right to vote. In Britain, they were led by Emmeline Pankhurst, whose motto was "Deeds, not words." This motto encouraged and motivated people from all ages to put their words into actions and do something. During all these struggles, at first women were arrested, but finally government had to accept their demands. Britain granted their rights and granted this right to women to cast vote in 1918 AD and the United States in 1920 AD. During this struggle, Emmeline Pankhurst's motto played a vital role as it encouraged people to do something for themselves. And finally, we have Kai's participation and his sister Fatma Jinnah's participation for the human rights. As we all know that Pakistan was also created because Muslims of South Asia demanded that it's their right to be regarded as an independent nation. And while getting a separate homeland for the Muslims, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah Rahmatullah Alayh placed a lot of importance on human rights. After getting independence, he said to the people of his nation that you are free to go to your temples, you are free to go to your masjid in this independent state of Pakistan. This is how he declared the freedom of following any religion in the state of Pakistan. His sister Fatima Jinnah was also a supporter of human rights and led the people in their struggle for democracy against President Ayub Khan. Ayub Khan, who imposed martial law in 1958. His ruling period is called one-man show rule. In the elections, Fatma Jinnah struggled for the preservation of democracy in the country. So, in today's lecture, we have discussed about the struggle of North Americans and the people of France, and finally, Qaid's and his sister's struggle for the preservation of human rights. Here, our first topic, the history of human rights, is completed. Read the topic yourself. That was all for today. Thank you so much and Allah Hafiz.